Thanks to Dolores Entertainment for letting me play Horsefly Games local news with Cliff Rockslide early. This game was already released on Steam last year, but is now coming to Xbox and PlayStation on June 28th. I don't have a console price just yet, but it is $9 on Steam, so it should be around that price range. Local News is a first-person visual novel where you are the new camera person for Cliff Rockslide, a small-town influencer / news reporter with a live stream, and he's trying to get more subscribers. This is a fairly straightforward comedic visual novel. The main gameplay you will be doing is framing shots, whether it be needing a wide shot or zoomed in to the characters talking. You will be graded on your performance to 1 to 3 stars, and the better you do, the more subscribers you get. From what I could tell, it didn't affect anything story-wise, and there's no achievements tied to getting high grades all the time. And that's nice because if you aren't paying attention to who's talking, you might be missing stuff, especially if you need to pan to somebody that's standing outside of the field of view of your camera. Now, for some, I think the art style will be a turnoff, and I will say it's a bit jarring at first, going from the gameplay to the cutouts of when they're talking. Once you see the charm of the game, it grows on you. Unfortunately, there isn't any voice acting, but that's normal for these indie visual novels. With the story, it grabbed me pretty much instantly. The first night I booted it up and I played it for a little bit. Then the next day when I got home from work, I just kept thinking about the game and where the story was flowing to. And I did beat it in 1 or 2 nights. Since the game is a visual novel, the game holds your hand and tells you where to go and who to talk to. Sometimes even doing slight investigative journalism. There are also some side conversations you have to get like the feel for the town and some backstories. Like you can even try to find someone's missing penguin. I do hope Horsefly Games or someone else goes further with this concept of being a camera person for a journalist or to play as the journalists themselves. I feel like it could be LA Noire with how that had like the investigation stuff where you gotta find clues, question people, interrogate people, and maybe with Lake with the small town vibes. Since you're the camera person in this, you're not really doing that much questioning. That's more for Cliff. And you're just trying to get the best shots to get more subscribers. There's also some puzzle sections. They're not too hard, quite easily actually, but sometimes, since the game holds your hand a lot and like has points of interest on like easily visible in the world, but sometimes when you're tasked to do stuff, you have to like brush up against the wall to find like some outlines where you gotta drop stuff or to pick stuff up. But it's a very linear game, so it's not that big of a deal. With this being a visual novel, I didn't actually expect a multi-phase boss fight at the end of the game. You meet a good cast of characters that all have distinct personalities, and even though it's a comedic game, this does have some serious moments and some character growth, especially for Cliff and the people he's close with. This could be a short or longer game depending on how fast you read. My runtime was just under 3 hours, and on the achievement front, there are 12 achievements, which on my playthrough, I got all of them. I think there's one that could potentially be missable, but it's fairly early on in the game. The game is very hand-holdy, so I don't think following a guide is necessary. Over on True Achievements, I was the first person to get to completion, which is nice. But I did get to play the game like a week early. But there was still a competition with 5 other people. If you're looking for a neat, fun little game with some easy achievements, a good story, and you just want something different, keep an eye out for Local News with Cliff Rockslide coming to Xbox and PlayStation June 28th. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I play a bunch of indie stuff, AAA, I play a bunch of games and focus on the achievement side of things. So if that's something you're interested in, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.